Well, today is not going to be our typical video. In fact, I felt so uncomfortable about making this video that I almost decided not to do it. And as you'll see in a minute, Heather is absolutely going to kill me. See, normally our videos here are about the process of taking this old stone barn and renovating it into our home here in the foothills of the Italian Alps. And it's been a journey. It's been extremely physically taxing. See, most of the process is all about digging and jackhammering through stone and clearing out around the mountain, replacing old wood beams, opening up doorways, mixing entirely way too much concrete, or the more creative process of hand chiseling the stone that we get from digging in order to build out a brand new room. But today's video, I think, is gonna feel like basically the exact opposite of all of that. So Heather and the kids are back in the United States right now, and I needed to stay a little bit longer to wrap things up, but it's now time for me to head back to spend some time with family. Once all of the work had wrapped up and it came time for me to book my last-minute flight back, well, it turned out that the cheapest way for me to get back was by booking a first-class suite on one of the best airlines in the entire world. I'm not talking about your standard business class lay flat. I'm talking about a private bedroom on a plane with a closing door and a shower. A flight like this normally costs $10,000 or more, but I was able to book it for $95, making it at the time the cheapest possible way for me to get back. So I feel very uncomfortable about this. I'm far more comfortable with the back-breaking grunt work of far too much mixing of concrete and everything else involved here, and this level of luxury makes me feel rather uneasy. But if you want to stick around and watch me fumble my way through this once-in-a-lifetime experience, then at the very end I'll explain how I booked this for under $100 and how you can do the same. I do not belong here. So we've just taken off, which means I have to test out the #1 feature of this suite, which is the, how do I work this? Which is the closing doors. This is my first time being on a suite. This is my first time doing anything like this, but my goodness, it's a room on an airplane. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to describe how luxurious a suite like this is. This is probably the space that 3 rows of economy would be filling up. I have essentially a movie theater screen in front of me. There is a real live orchid here, as well as a ridiculous amount of amenities and snacks, and a moleskin notebook that I can take home with me, as well as a massive amenity kit with pajamas and cologne and anything that I could possibly have forgotten at home. But then, to top it all off, there is not just a mini bar, but a motorized mini bar that rises up from within this console. If you can't tell from the look on my face, I feel very awkward. I don't know what to do. But what I do know is that I will be doing a lot of eating, as this is a on-demand menu. They just brought me a menu with what looks to be about 5 or 6 courses of options. You can order from this menu anytime you want during the flight. They recommend starting with the caviar, which I have never had caviar, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, and I'm just realized now that I'm wearing a shirt that's stained with concrete. I do not belong here. And how do you pronounce that? The Dom? I will not be able to do that, no. But thank you.
You're welcome.
This is completely wasted on me, as that bottle of champagne is I believe a $600 bottle of champagne, which means this glass probably cost more than what I paid for this entire flight. They also brought toasted nuts. Even the plate is hot itself. All right, well, cheers to a little time off before I get back to mixing more concrete. I'm laughing because right now I know Heather's watching me while she edits this video and is both jealous and is laughing so hard at me holding champagne while I'm about to order caviar. I feel so awkward. Could I have the caviar? This is my first time having caviar, so I'm not even sure if I will like it or not.
Okay, we will say either you like it or you love it.
You have to at least try it, yes.
I think you would love it.
Okay.
So as a compliment from the chef, we call it amuse bouche.
Okay.
It's not the menu, but this is compliment from the chef. Just try.
Thank you so
for
much.
Today, we have the aged cheddar cheese with cauliflower puree,
Okay.
some crumble and walnut, and crab
Thank
meat with caviar.
Thank you. All right, I think I have officially had my fill with this lifestyle, as they have brought the caviar, and they insist I use a mother of pearl spoon, as anything else could affect the flavor of the caviar. I have no idea if I'm even gonna like this, but I have to give it a try. Onions and chives and caviar. So continuing the theme of over-the-top appetizers, because apparently caviar is not an appetizer enough, we now have a traditional Arabic spread of mezza, including hummus and stuffed vine and tahini and lots of other things that I cannot simply pronounce. And I'm realizing now, as I'm still far away from my main course, that I am not going to be able to make it. I have to start pacing myself. That was incredible. If you've never had the opportunity to have an Arabic mezza spread, I had this Muhammaraba, I have no idea how to pronounce it. This was incredible, absolutely stunning. Good morning, good afternoon. It took about an hour nap. This flight is way too short to be sleeping. There's way too much to be doing and enjoying and, well, eating. But I figured it wasn't the first class experience without at least experiencing this bed, which is in and of itself quite over the top. They give you a memory foam mattress that they put down over top of your seat, which is of course lay flat, and then of course a full-on duvet, and then a full-size pillow. They offered me silk pajamas to sleep in, but I just couldn't bring myself to say yes. Well, how about this for a new experience? I'm about to take a shower on a plane. This is not just the bathroom for first class, but this is their shower and spa, as they call it. And I have to say that I've been in several hotel showers or Airbnb showers that are much smaller than this. For this to be on an airplane, there's not just one of these on this airplane. There's actually 2 shower spa rooms on this airplane. Of course, they give you a full list of instructions for the shower, as there's not a lot of water on an airplane, so you have a limited time in the shower itself. Just crazy that they have this on an airplane. Well, I just got back to my suite from the shower to find a plate of fruit, a hot towel, and a ginger lemon tea, and I think that officially means that I'm throwing in the towel and I will not be able to have the main course because there is simply too much food. I didn't even show you all of the chocolates and snacks that they brought, let alone the massive mini bar and basket of snacks that I will not be touching. So I failed my mission. I only made it through 2 of the 4 courses. I missed the main course. I missed dessert, but I can't eat anymore. That was entirely way too short. Well, that was an incredible once-in-a-lifetime experience. Although, when it only cost $95, I guess it doesn't have to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. See, flights are usually that dreaded, uncomfortable necessity to travel, that the thing that you have to recover from in order to get out there and explore the world. But with an experience like this, if we had just done a 10-hour circle and landed back where we came from, I would have been happy with that being the experience in and of itself. So much so that when the flight landed and the experience was over, I was bummed to get off the plane. I know a lot of people who want to go and travel and explore, let's say Europe, but they dread that long flight or they can't figure out how to pay for it. But with an option like this, why wouldn't you? So how is this possible? How is it possible to book an experience like this that should cost over $10,000, but instead I only paid less than $100? Well, in very simplified terms, I paid for the experience using points that I earned for free. See, I opened a new credit card with my bank. The bank rewarded me with a large batch of points just for opening that credit card. I then transferred those points to Emirates, the airline, and used those points to purchase the flight. And all I had to pay out of pocket was taxes and fees, which in this situation came to around 95 euros. In reality, that's an overly simplified overview of this process, and they do make it a little bit complicated. You do have to work for it a little bit. But I've just added a brand new section to our travel hacking course where I take you through the step-by-step process of exactly how how I booked this flight and how you can do the same. So if you aren't aware, before we settled down renovating the stone house in Italy, we spent about 1.5 years traveling full time as a family. And the only way that was possible for us as a family was by using travel hacking, where we were able to book dozens of flights for less than $10 each. I hear from you guys all the time in the comments saying you would love to visit Italy. Well, what if I told you that we've been able to book flights for our family for as little as $5.60 to Italy? Or that for only $58, we spent the night in a bungalow in the jungle surrounded by elephants that we got to feed breakfast to in the morning. See, our travel hacking course is not just about booking cheap flights, it's a holistic travel guide on how to book affordable experiences as well, like how you can book a private boat to island hop around an entire day, including a private chef, and only spend $30. So yes, in the spirit of Black Friday, we are discounting the course to the lowest price we have ever had, and by joining now, you'll have access to all future content that we add in the future. The course currently has about 60 chapters and nearly 4 hours of content, where I show you how to travel to some of the more expensive destinations in the world, such as Venice, Italy, and only spend $500 for the flight, hotel, food, and all of your experiences. Honestly, it really fires me up, really fills me up to hear from you guys in the comments and the emails about the cheap flights that you've been able to book and the affordable experiences you've given to your family after taking the course. So please give me feedback, let me know where you're traveling to. And with that, I'm gonna stop rambling, but if you do wanna check out the deal on the travel hacking course, then you can scan the QR code on screen or visit the link in the description below, or just go to raisingvoyagers.com and you'll find it there somewhere on the website. But thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you next time with a regular video. Do you know what time it is?
What?
It's midnight, and we're at the airport getting ready to go on an airplane ride.
Again?
Yeah.
And again?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're gonna go travel. Are you excited?
I'm gonna trip. With me.